11 wildfires, 3 counties and hundreds of acres burned within just the last 24 hours here. Good afternoon to you. I'm Shannon Cake and welcome to the Now South Florida. A red flag warning remains in effect for Indian River County right now. The Florida Forest Service says much of our area, in fact, is at an extreme risk for having another wildfire start really at any moment. The video you're seeing right here, flames from the Sunny Bee wildfire in Indian River County and also the Palma wildfire in St. Lucie County. That Palma fire has burned 200 acres so far, but crews have contained it. That's the good news, about 70% of it anyway. Firefighters using bulldozers right now to clear out that dry brush, which of course fuels the fire. Again, there's some good news here as well in Indian River County. That 300-acre brush fire in Indian River County now 75% contained. There are no plans to shut down the interstate at this point this afternoon. That's another piece of good news. And now's Alana Quillen live for us in Indian River County. And today, Alana, you traveled behind the fire lines. Tell us about that.
That's right, Shannon. This is the entrance of the fire lines just over here. This is what they created to try to get into the very thick brush over here. You can see those trees all stripped of their leaves. Like you said, actually about almost 400 acres have burned in this area. Crews trying to finish up for the day, and they plan to be out here for several more days. Luckily, no structures or businesses have been threatened, and that's thanks to the hard work of the Indian River County fire crews as well as the Florida Forestry Service. Indian River County Fire Rescue kept a close watch on brush fires burning near I-95.
Mopping up the most eastern side of the fire. 3 engines going to go in there and start working the smoke and the fire along the lines to get it out.
We rode along with fire crews as they monitored hot spots around the blaze that raged over 300 acres in the past 24 hours.
That's our main thing, is containing it and, of course, keeping away from structures.
Fire trucks have to drive deep into brush, a task that's not easy.
You're seeing what we're driving on right now, and this was really just a plow line. This is not a road.
We came upon several flare-ups firefighters quickly put out before any flames could spread.
We're trying to get all the hot spots now while the wind's in the direction that it's in, because if it changes this afternoon, we get the sea breeze, it's going to just feed this even more.
We also witnessed one close call. Crews put out this flare just in time.
The fire that he just saw here, if that had really gotten going and got started on the other side of the fire line, then we would have had another potential big brush fire.
Firefighters will continue to do this until the fire is 100% contained. Now, we just saw another Florida Forestry Service just pull up, so a lot of activity that's still happening out here on the interstate. You can actually see him driving over on the other side there. They're having to kind of go on both sides of the interstate here. That is where a lot of fire activity has been happening. Obviously, none of it is out of control, but for a look at the upcoming forecast, we'll send it over to our storm team meteorologist, James Wieland, here in a bit to have that forecast for you. We're live in Fellsmere. I'm Alana Quillen.
Thanks a lot, Alana. And yeah, there's 2 big things that they look at for this. And number 1 is the humidity. Of course, we had the cold front move through. Very, very dry out there and crisp it's been. The other factor is the wind. It's been very breezy the past couple of days. So any little spark or flame or smolder can be stoked really easily into a bigger flame. So the winds right now across the air, about 10 to 15, that's pretty strong. And as we go through the night, they do come down quite a bit. But by tomorrow, it comes up a little bit too, maybe a little bit less than today, but still somewhat breezy, especially farther up along the Treasure Coast. Notice the wind direction changing more northeast. As we get into the weekend, that will be key too. The wind swinging on shore, our humidity increases and our wind will decrease, and that fire threat will go down some. Now, it's still going to be very dry because we don't have any rain chances here all the way through the weekend. That red flag warning still going for Indian River County, and we have a fire weather watch for Okeechobee County for tomorrow. Take a wider view here, and it's dry over the entire state, and we don't expect any rain out there tonight. Again, like I said, all the way through the weekend. Now, temperatures, we hovered around 70 in most locations, upper 60s for the Treasure Coast. Low temperatures tonight will be chilly. Grab the jacket if you're heading out this evening. Temperatures going to fall off pretty quickly. I think we'll even be a couple of notches cooler than this morning.